Children growing up in some parts of the US are being exposed to gun crime at a young age. 14-year-old Mecca Williams says he was aware of gun violence from as young as 4. Later, he got himself into trouble at school, at home, and with the law. But since joining violence prevention workshops at the Washington, D.C.-based non-profit Alliance of Concerned Men, he says he's in a better position to deal with what he sees around him without resorting to violence.
It's not a safe space in my neighborhood, but from the conflict resolution, it'll give me that time to get away from that, all that, and just come here to do something positive with myself.
Philip Wilson knows just how bad things can get. He grew up in D.C., got involved with violent crime, and ended up doing 20 years in jail.
I was out here kidnapping and snatching people. Yeah, so that pretty much put me in the system because I felt that that was an easier way of me making money, me not having the proper guardians at the time and stuff like that.
Wilson says he's benefited from programs that helped him to rehabilitate. He's joined Alliance of Concerned Men and is training to lead workshops like conflict resolution. Program leaders say poverty, substance misuse, abuse, a lack of good role models, and even boredom leads kids to get involved with guns. Re-educating them on how to deal with their emotions and to change their mindset is key. Not far away, children are taking part in an after-school program organised by the Trayron Centre, a non-profit helping people affected by gun violence to heal. School children who've experienced trauma from gun crimes are taking an art therapy class overseen by a psychiatrist.
We find that, some folks really just do better with a nonverbal way of expressing themselves. They hear shooting out their windows on a regular basis and are used to being on the playground and having to run in and come and duck and cover, sort of like you think about, in a war zone.
Data from the DC Metropolitan Police Department shows violent crime overall has risen since last year, as have crimes with guns. Many of the victims and suspects are juveniles, making this a crucial age group to focus on to stop the cycle of violence. This part of Washington, D.C. sees most of the gun crime in the city, and experts say that the causes are actually a lot more complicated than how it's usually portrayed. But advocates of programs such as conflict resolution say it is possible to reduce gun crime as long as the causes are addressed. Caroline Malone, CGTN, Washington.